Okay, guys, so today I'm reacting to Life on Promise View Acres. Get to know us, our journey to home ownership, middle school sweethearts, marriage, and more. So I've come across their videos a few times and I really enjoy watching their videos. They are a young couple. They didn't know anything about homesteading, anything about farming. They grew up in the city and they just started to decide to, should I say, start a homestead, and they purchased 20 acres of land. So let's get into it.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Life on I Promise You. My name is Gerald. This is my wife, Simone. For those of you that don't know, if you've been here for a while, then you know that we moved out here recently onto this 20-acre property. But what
I love seeing young, thriving couples. Like they're working together, they're building wealth for themselves and also for their future family is just amazing to see. It makes me very happy. But let's proceed.
you don't know is, well, us. We've never really shared our story, much about how we got here, our decision process, all of that stuff. So we decided to sit down today and just walk you through the entire process of how we met, the vision that we had, post marriage, the vision that we had, finding a property this size, what we're doing here, what we plan on doing in the future, all that stuff. We're going to give you all a good rundown and good look into our lives.
So if you're interested in learning more about us, then keep on watching.
Okay, so we can go ahead and fast forward this part. Now, what I do know is that a lot of people who do homesteading, they definitely put God first, which is amazing. Um, but let's go ahead. This is a drone shot of their house and it looks beautiful. So let's continue.
First, we're going to go through how we met. And it's funny because we actually started dating on this day 12 years ago. June 12th of 2012. Is that 12 years ago?
11 years ago.
11 years ago. So,
Is it?
I don't know. On this day in 2012, we started dating. But to go even further
He's
than
like, I don't
that, we
even
were
know. I don't even
introduced to each
remember.
other through track and field because we were on the same track and field travel program. But we never really talked or anything like that. We
Dang,
literally
so
just knew
baby, they've been together since middle school. Do you hear me? Middle school, not high school, but middle school. Wow.
of each other.
She was feeling me for a few years, and then we started dating after that.
See how he tried to put
He
it
was
on
feeling
her?
me too.
She was
It was
feeling
not
me.
just a one-way
She was
street.
feeling
You
me.
know you was
And then
feeling
she
her too.
slid on
Don't
me
do
when we
it.
started talking.
Don't do
It was.
it.
I tweeted
You
him.
were feeling her.
He
Stop
had
the
tweeted
badness.
something, and I responded to his tweet.
Like I said, she slid on me. Yes, we started dating in 2012. That was my junior year of high school, her sophomore year. We dated all throughout the rest of high school. Dated through college. We went to the same college. We went to
Okay, it looked
Purdue. We
like he
ran
got
track together
skinnier
there
for
as
some reason.
well. Again, track
Oh,
just
Run to
Purdue.
that
That's what's
blood.
it
up.
just continue out the whole
Nice.
thing. It was
Yep.
the
They were
foundation of our
athletic. They were an
relationship. And
athletic
then we graduated
couple.
in
Okay.
2018. And then
Listen, they were an athletic couple. Love to see it. Like young, black, and educated. Baby, you can't get no better than that. Who you know? The life on promises of acres. Okay? Let go.
once we graduated, she moved down to Lexington, Kentucky for work. And I moved back home to Fort Wayne. But we still kept seeing each other. We kept talking, obviously. We were still dating throughout that. I
Oh, so
was
they was a little
shooting
bit
back and
separated
forth
at first.
from home to Lexington, about a 4-hour trip every weekend
Wow.
to go see this
Dedicated.
girl. I'll go
He
pick her
was
up, bring her
dedicated,
home,
okay?
drive all the way back down there to drop her back off, then to turn around and come back
That's
home.
what you
So
call true
dated all
love,
throughout
okay?
there.
And I absolutely hated Lexington, Kentucky. No shade if you live there, but it was just not for me. But I moved
She
there
said
because I
that's
had a
not her
job with
cup of tea,
Amazon
okay?
there. So right after college. So I followed the opportunity that was presented and I absolutely hated it. So I was doing everything to try to find a new role within Amazon and I finally did. And they moved
Yeah,
me
there
to
are
Nashville,
some places
Tennessee.
like
So even further from home.
so there are some places that some people love that it just does not vibe with your energy, vibe with your personality. And baby, for me, that's Atlanta. Like, so many people love Atlanta, but no, Atlanta is a no for me. I'm just saying, it's definitely not my cup of tea. But for the people who do, okay, y'all, good for y'all. But for me, no, it's a no for me.
He was still here in Fort Wayne. He proposed in 2019. He came down one weekend to visit. He was acting really funny. I
Oh, he
kind of
was
knew in the back
nervous.
of
He
my
No,
was
she
head
did.
what
scared.
was
No, she
going
did.
on.
No, she did. Let me tell you this
He
story
was
real quick
scared.
about when I came down here to propose, right? I get down there, she talking about this one ring style that she wanted for the longest time. I go, I get one customized, I get it bought, whatever, everything. The day after the propose, she down there talking about some, what would you think if I wanted this kind of ring? I'm sitting there, the ring in my pocket. I'm just sitting there staring at her. I'm like, no. I just
Yeah.
told her, no, whatever you get, I'm whatever I got, that's what you go get. I proposed in December 2019. We got married September 2020,
Listen.
during the
Oh,
During the
pandemic. We
that's a
pandemic.
beautiful
expedited it
wedding.
real
Oh
quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after marriage,
Let me tell y'all something. This shows right here a man knows when he wants to marry a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows when this woman is for him. So, whenever you got men dragging along, taking 4, 5, 6, 10 years, that's too much. Because when a man know, he knows. And the Bible says to find a wife is to find a good thing. So, all the ladies out there, don't be letting these men waste your time. Please don't, okay? Because as you can see, he already knew what time it was. He didn't waste no time. But so let's get along. Let's come along. So we just pretty much getting to know them. But I definitely love their channel and what they have going on. But let's go ahead and proceed through the video. Let's start right here.
so I'm like, well, let's go look at it. Let's go see it. Let's just go check it out. What the heck, whatever. So we call up my cousin. He tells us, in order to come look at the house, in order to go visit, whatever, you have to
So they
get
pretty much
pre-approved
found the
first
house.
to do any type of viewing.
This is
So
a Monday.
yeah, this is on a Monday. So we're like, okay, cool. So this will be nice, right? We're not thinking that we're going to buy it. We're just thinking, okay, we're just going to go look
Look at it,
walk
right?
around, be on it, just to see if this is the type of space,
Nothing
like if
permanent,
this is really what,
nothing solid.
we're being pulled to and called to, just this type of living.
Yeah.
Even though that, it wasn't really anything, we weren't planning on getting in. Again, the way that she reacted, the box and everything that I feel like, some just kind of stood out. Some was moving in my spirit that, pay attention to this. So Monday night, I'm praying and I'm just like,
See what I mean?
I had just been reading, the story of, Abraham going to find.
A lot of homesteaders, like I stated earlier, what I've noticed is a lot of homesteaders put God first. They put God first in all aspect of their lives, and you can tell when it's genuine. Like, you honestly can, like, and no one is perfect. No, I get it. But whenever you see somebody's videos and you see them, document their journey throughout their process of homesteading, it's a genuine feeling that you get from them. It's a genuine vibe that you can feel through them storytelling, through them documenting their journey on homesteading. And that's what I've noticed about most of homesteaders. But let's continue.
Find a wife for Isaac. He sent one of his servants. He went over to a well, and the servant said, whoever comes out offers me water
Yep,
and
I
also
remember that.
offers to water my camels. Let this be, the
Your
wife that I
wife.
take back to my master. So
Hmm.
just a real cool, small, little simple prayer. So that's what I did. I knew we had a lake out here. Again, I had always wanted one. So what I did, simple prayer I did was just like, Lord, if this is where you're calling us, if this is where you're leading
What
us,
did I tell
let
you?
me
When a
see just
man knows, he
abundance of
knows,
fish
okay?
in
And
the water.
especially
Let
when
me
he
see
put
just good
God
life in
first,
there.
baby,
And I
you
prayed
cannot
that,
lose.
left it at that.
You can't.
And then we're fasting. So this is Monday nights. Then Tuesday comes. We wake up. We have the contact that my cousin gave us. We call her, we're talking to her, giving her everything, and we end up getting pre-approved for the house. So we get pre-approved. We're like, okay, cool. We get pre-approved, so we can go see this house, and two, okay, we know that this is the amount we're pre-approved for. So if anything does, later
And I
on
love
come
the
down
fact
the
that
road, whatever, then
they
we
were
know our
both born
price
in the
range, blah,
city.
blah, blah, all that stuff. So we're like, cool. And we go out and we see the house the same day.
The same day.
Yeah.
This is Tuesday.
It's still Tuesday. So we go out and see the house. So we're driving out. And then as we're pulling up, we pull up into this place and it's just like it's so like the location of this, I can't like it's hard to describe the location of this. Yeah. We're still close to we're still close to everything. Like downtown, we could get to downtown in 20-25 minutes.
Everything takes us 20-ish minutes to get to.
So it's a good sized city, but this spot it's so tucked off. It's a whole like little lake here. Like it's just so random. Like this piece of land property here is just insane for this area. So you pull in and just kind of open up. It's just like what in the it's like
it's literally like the property was meant for just them. Like God had this property ordained and waiting for these two. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like God was like, nobody else can get this property because it has their names on it. Do you hear me? I mean, that's just the vibe I'm getting. Y'all let me know what kind of vibe y'all get. But let's go.
own little world back here. Like this is in Fort Wayne. Like this is nuts. It was just like so calm, like so peaceful.
So peaceful.
Like this is nuts.
When we stepped out of the car, there was this overwhelming sense of peace that we felt just
See what
being
I'm saying?
here.
It was meant for them.
It was unlike anything we've ever experienced before. It was just this feeling. We just knew like, okay, this is something special. Like, let's pay attention.
Yeah. So we're walking around, showing us everything. We walk around, look inside the house, walk around
beautiful
the
piece
property.
Of land.
You know, we was talking about this,
beautiful.
talking about
it
that.
Really
He's
is.
showing us. And again, this house is like
it's raggedy.
This house is run down, right? It was built in the 70s and
listen, the house needs some TLC,
like
tender love and care. That's
done
okay.
To this house
but everything
since
else
it was
is
built.
perfect.
Like it is.
Yeah.
So like like y'all see in the renovations or anything like this house was like nothing like really to write home about looking at it, but it was still like, oh, okay. So we're walking around looking at the property.
You still had that feeling that God said, "This is for you
again,
guys. This is yours."
Still sitting back. You know, I'm fasted at this point. I'm chilling. I'm just waiting until we get down to the lake. So we start walking down the little
pier.
Yeah, pathway leading down to the pier, leading to the dock, whatever. And as we're walking down, I'm looking around. I'm just looking over the surface of the water. Saw these little bugs flying, there's dragonflies flying over the top of the water.
I love the way they are telling every detail.
Like jumping out.
And they remember every detail because it was special to both of them. That's why.
I'm like, all right. So I walk up, I stand at the edge of the pier. I think they were back a little bit talking or something.
We were talking about interest rates or something.
I ain't listening at all. I'm not listening to anything.
Listen, there's nothing like seeing a married couple that has been ordained by God and they have decided to put God in the center of their relationship to just prosper. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel good inside. I love this. This is the kind of stuff that I love to see. Just it gives me energy. It gives me just positive vibes.
They saying, I'm standing at the edge of the pier and I'm just staring in the water. I'm looking at these fish jumping all around here. I'm like, all right, let me not, maybe my gassiness too much. I don't know. I'm trying to be calm mind, calm spirit. And I look in the water. I'm looking in the water, just fish swimming all throughout the water and stuff. And I'm just like, all right. So I took that again. I'm still not trying to overreact or whatever, but I'm like, okay. So I kind of get to the end, and we go to the front, and we're standing there. He's like, well, what do you guys think? I didn't even say anything. I just looked at her, and she just sitting there.
You see that? I love that.
Like
I love the fact that he wanted to get her thoughts and her approval first before he opened his mouth. I love when a man values a woman's opinion, baby. It's nothing like it. So you got a God-fearing man. You got a man that want to make sure his wife is seen and heard first. Baby, you cannot lose with that. Let's go. Come on with it.
Because I just see so much potential in this place. I feel so much peace. I understand, like the house itself is not in good condition. I mean, I don't want to say like structurally it's in bad condition, but just like the aesthetics of it all, it's very outdated. It needs a ton of
It
work.
need a
That's
bunch of
okay.
work.
That's the
Basically,
least of y'all
everything you look
worries
at
because
in the
y'all gonna
house
get it
needs to
where
be
it need to
updated.
be.
But that did
But
not
the
deter
main
me from
core
understanding
of
the
the
potential
property,
that this
baby.
property had. Came back
Right.
home. We were really happy. Like, we were ecstatic. All we could talk
It
about
was
was this
meant to
house.
be.
Like, Tuesday evening, there was no watching TV, no watching
There wasn't
YouTube.
nothing.
We was talking about the house because it
So
was just
you
that
know,
good.
I'm running around
you
flipping over the
know
bed.
they love that. Or
I'll
they done
just do it.
switched
I
it
was just
up.
like, dang. Now I'm super reserved, like laid back. If y'all done
They
seen
make
me
the
probably
perfect
in
couple
other
too.
videos, and if you don't know,
Like they
I'm
look
usually
like
just
they
kind of
were
in the
made
background
for
chilling,
each other.
whatever.
You know what
What
I'm
get me
saying? You know
hype,
how you just see them
what get me
couples and it's
going more
like,
than
yeah,
anything. You see, I'm leaning the camera
God
here.
made her for
The
you
one thing that
and
get me
God made
hype
you for
and
her.
out of
You know what I'm
body
saying? I
is
don't know. Am I
when
the only
I
one that think that
see
way?
the Lord working and doing something for me and like working in my life.
Yeah.
There's nothing I get more geeked about than seeing the Lord move and provide for me. Like there's
Do you
don't
hear
nothing much
that?
else get me hyped.
Do you
That and
hear
gardening.
that?
And
Okay.
don't,
Who you
nothing else
know?
move.
This man said don't anything get me hype but seeing God's work in his life, in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, sis, you got a person that's literally telling you like what excites me is God's working. I see God's work in my life. Like God is working in my life and that excites me. Like, oh my God, so good. So good. Let's go.
Movie. So I'm running around, I'm flipping over the bed. I'm laid out on the floor, and they're just like, dang.
It was just like an answered prayer. But we knew we still had to execute, like continue to go through this whole thing. So come.
That sounded like a
I
duck or
cannot.
something.
So come Wednesday, we
You
wake
see, they got
up
that beautiful
and we
pond
go
back
ahead
there.
and put
That's
in
theirs.
our first offer.
20
It was
acres.
below asking
Baby,
price, but
who you
come
know?
Wednesday evening, the same day, they counter offered,
I love
and their
this for
counter
them.
offer was within the range that we wanted to stay in. We accepted their counter offer because it was really everything that we were looking for in the price.
Gave us a couple things too. Everybody leaves things, with the house. They leave to whoever they're selling it to. But they left us some real nice stuff. They left us, a real nice front end loader, tractor, Kubota, probably about a $15,000-$20,000 tractor that they left us, which was real nice. They left us a
Oh
leaf
wow, left him a
vacuum thing, a
tractor.
riding lawnmower. So they left us probably about a good $20,000 worth of things, that we
Wow.
would need to work and do
Blessing.
stuff out here. So
At this point, we are
Blessing on
so
blessing
happy
on
because we're like,
blessing.
oh yeah, we got the house. Like, it's just a great feeling.
it was just,
It was too easy.
like, we went from Monday just
This is
chilling,
great.
like, oh, kind of whatever, to Wednesday we got a house.
We got a house.
Like, you have it
that quick.
like that.
And I think at this point, it's important to mention that we were not competing with anyone. We were in it by
Like I
ourselves.
said, it was
way
meant for
God's
them.
hand
Like
was over
that was their
everything. The
property.
entire, like,
Period.
everything about it was just woo.
I
Like,
love that for
it was
them.
all him. We just was sitting like this.
Yeah.
He was driving the boat.
Orchestrating every
It was
step.
like he unlocked each door for us and told us to come on through.
Yeah.
For each step of the process,
Nothing
like
but the
unlock,
Lord.
come
Do
on
you hear
through.
me?
Unlock, come on through.
This is in 2022. The housing market was dumb hot at this time. I mean, probably the hottest that it had been in the time. Houses are going within hours of being listed.
Yep.
So you already know that it was
$200,000 over
God. But
asking
let's
price.
go
Like,
ahead and
everything is just going.
fast forward this. I love their story. We just getting to know them because we definitely gonna be I'm definitely gonna be reviewing their channel.
Whatever. I'm walking around out here one day. The area where we live, Fort Wayne, got the worst dirt I've ever seen in my life. It sucked. It's clay, it's hard, it's compact. It sucks. It's terrible stuff to grow in.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around outside, and I'm like, I wonder what the dirt's like out here. I grab a shovel, whoop, I step on it, that mug just sink right into the dirt. I'm
Wow,
like,
that's
what
that
in the
good
world? And I lifted
soil.
up, went from the worst dirt I'd never seen in my life around here
That's
to
that
this the
good
best
soil.
soil I'd never seen in my entire life. So I'm just like,
Wow.
okay, like,
Everything
all right.
falling in
And
line.
even just like
When
smaller
everything
things
falls
that the
in
house
line
came
like
with,
that,
like a fireplace. I know that's
it
so
is
simple, but
nothing but the works of God. When you have everything falling in line and it's so easy and just so effortless, that is nothing but the works of God. What he was talking about earlier, seeing God working in his life excites him. Baby, God had his hand all over this. All over this. Do you hear me? But let's continue.
I always wanted a fireplace in my house, our forever home, and the fact that it's already here is just fantastic. The double front doors, I always
So
love double
everything she
front
wanted
doors,
is
and
there.
I'm so
The house
happy that
has.
we have those. And there's just like a lot of other little things that I just appreciate, even though they may not be in the condition that I want them to be right now. There's just something that we can work with and work off of, and it's just fantastic that these things are already here.
The
I'm
reason
so
that we
happy
wanted
for
so
them.
much space and so much land,
Even though this video is a
obviously she
year
started,
old.
seeing the purpose and the vision behind it
And
later on.
their channel has
But
grown
my goal, my
tremendously.
thought process was always,
And it
where I was
grew
being
pretty
led
fast
was,
too.
one, I want a space where if something happens or when things happen and times get tough, whatever, I have a space where my family, really close friends or whatever, like they could come and basically have a refuge, but still have
That's so
enough
smart.
space, to be away from each other, but also be close enough, community to build and, just work with one another. And also at the same time, I
So smart.
started getting into gardening and everything real big a few years ago.
Yep.
He led me there, and a lot of the stuff that, he's been showing me with that and leading me direction he's been leading me there, just with certain businesses I'm trying to start up as far as, providing produce, farming and making juices and all this type of stuff. Obviously you need land, you need space, you need ground to be able to do that type of stuff. So I, needed the land to be able to do that too. Also a place where, again, we wanted to raise a family too, raise them to the best of my ability, be able to provide them, pretty much, yeah, everything that, a kid would want and would need. They got the space to run around, kick it and play. I'm able to grow
Right. They got plenty of
fresh food and
space.
everything for them. I got a lake.
Plenty
We
of
could fish in it.
space.
I could provide for them that way too if we had to. Just everything in that aspect.
Yeah.
The house pretty much it checked off.
We knew, like, when we were still living in our apartment before we actually moved in here, we were like gearing up for kind of being tired because we knew that this place was going to take work. On the weekends, we would say, like, this is probably the last free weekend we'll have in a while, because we knew that we were gearing up to start a journey that would be a lifelong journey of fixing up this house and just putting a lot of time and effort into making this into something that, we want, and building something that is our own. So we were up for the challenge, and I'm glad we took the chance. So yeah, that's the story of how we met and the journey that we were on to find this house. And it's been a journey for sure.
I love that
Every
for them.
day is a learning opportunity for us with home ownership. There's just so much that goes into it.
And
But
they
we are
did
grateful
everything
for this
right.
house. We're grateful
They
for the
got
journey that we've
married.
been on.
They bought
And
the
we're grateful for you
home.
guys too,
And they
for going
also
on this journey with
started
us
having
and
their
just
kids.
being
So
on
it's
the ride
just,
with us.
oh my
So
God.
we appreciate your guys' support, and we'll continue to take you along for the journey of the different projects that we have planned.
So yeah, if you like this
When you
video,
let
go
God order
ahead
your
and like
steps,
the
baby,
video,
everything
leave us
work
a
out.
comment,
So make
subscribe,
sure
all
if
that
y'all want to go
stuff.
check their
Let us know
channel
what you want
out,
to see in the future. If you want to see more stuff like
go
this,
check
more
it
house rental
out.
stuff, we got plenty of more stuff coming to y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. Till then, peace.
Bye.
And that's it. That's my reaction. Y'all
I can't
be
get
blessed.
hard.
Peace.